This is the Hyundai I20, a car which to an extent competes with the likes of the Renault Clio, Kia Rio and VW Polo. So what does it have to offer? Let's find out. The i20 comes in two variants, with the base model Motion, which is the one on your screens, having a 325,000 rand starting price, and the Fluid, which starts at 340,000 and goes all the way up to 419,000 for its 1-liter turbocharged engine option. And if you're wondering what the cost of ownership is for the different variants and options, stay tuned for the detailed breakdown of this later in this video. If we're being honest, the asking price for the i20 is crazy, but you can easily get a low mileage one for less than 300,000, and if you take your time, you might even find one for less than 250,000. In terms of looks, this is very subjective. For me, it's just okay, but not really my cup of tea. The side profile has a sloping design, which you can see when you look at the door handles, the window seal, and there's also a pattern which outlines this design. You also get these peculiar looking rear tail lamps that hug the car on the side and have a strip that runs through the boot. My favorite design feature has to be on the bottom rear bumper. I just like how rugged it makes the car look, from the back of course. The Motion comes standard with 15-inch steel wheels with blacked out wheel covers, while the Fluid gets these stylish looking 16-inch alloy wheels. The Fluid variants also get an option of a two-tone color design. All models of the i20 come standard with the halogen headlamps and fog lamps, and they also come standard with the LED daytime running lights, which are situated just above the fog lamps. So the Fluid and the Motion have almost the same features, they're just slight differences here and there. For example, the Fluid variants have a glossy type front grille and electric folding mirrors, which also had side indicators, whereas the Motion doesn't. While on the topic of differences, when it comes to the interior, the only difference between the two is that the Fluid gets a leather steering wheel and gear knob, and also has the cruise control feature. Everything else is standard across the whole i20 offering. Do with this information what you may. It has a decent but dull design, featuring lines that run through the whole interior from the vents right to the door handles and the speakers. The only downside is the hard plastic that you find everywhere. The one thing I like about the i20 is the digital instrument cluster, which, like all the other things that I'll keep mentioning, comes standard in both variants. The only other thing I wish this digital instrument cluster had is a bigger display screen for the different things you'd like to see, like your media, your fuel average, and all the other information. The i20 comes standard with a touch infotainment system with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. And here I was just showing you how responsive the touch screen is. On that note, if you're enjoying this video, don't forget to click the subscribe button. It really goes a long way. It comes with 2 USB ports and one 12V socket, and unfortunately at this price point, the i20 still have manual climate controls. In the center console, you find 2 cup holders and an ashtray. This thing here is an ashtray, and non-smokers normally use it as a petty cash holder. When it comes to safety features, the i20 is equipped with a rear camera, ABS with EBD, as well as 6 airbags, which include the driver, passenger side, and curtain airbags. When it comes to the back seat, I was genuinely surprised by the seating space back here. Legroom and headroom are no problem, and I guess that empty space is where the rear air vents and USB ports were supposed to be, but now your passengers will be able to store their phones. And for your child seats, you get 2 ISOFIX points. Here I was just showing you where to find your ISOFIX points here. The i20 has a 311-liter boot space, which is fairly smaller than the 325-liter boot you find in the Kia Rio. It also comes with a normal-sized spare wheel. This is the part of the video where I start talking numbers. The i20 comes in 3 engine options, A 5-speed manual 1.2 liter naturally aspirated engine which produces 61 kilowatts of power and 150 newton meters of torque. So this is the slowest engine option. A 6-speed automatic 1.4 liter naturally aspirated engine which produces 74 kilowatts of power and 133 newton meters of torque. Medium engine option. And a 6-speed manual or 7-speed automatic 1 liter turbocharged engine which produces 90 kilowatts of power and 172 newton meters of torque. This is the powerful one. The i20 comes standard with a 5-year 150,000 kilometer warranty and a 4-year 60,000 kilometer service plan. This is the typical monthly cost of ownership for the different variants, starting with the manual transmission, then the automatic transmissions. And honestly, the numbers here speak for themselves. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, comment, and go through my catalog of videos to enjoy more variant-based car reviews.